This is the U.S. Navy's Ohio-Class Submarine, capable of destroying the world in 30 minutes. America's Ohio-class ballistic missile submarines are among the quietest and most exceptional military machines in human history, as well as the stealthiest submarines in the world. Representing America's ace in the hole, they carry megatons of nuclear firepower while patrolling the world's oceans. Equipped with Trident missiles, these submarines can deliver precise and devastating strikes from virtually anywhere on the globe, ensuring that any nuclear attack on the United States will not go unpunished. Even a single vessel could reduce as many as 288 city-sized targets into radioactive ash in less than 30 minutes. Their advanced technology and formidable firepower make them a crucial component of America's strategic deterrence, ensuring global peace and security. The Ohio-class is a class of nuclear-powered submarines consisting of 14 ballistic missile submarines, SSBNs, and 4 cruise missile submarines, SSGNs. Each displacing 18,750 tons submerged, the Ohio-class are the largest submarines ever built for the U.S. Navy. Now they are also the second largest submarines, after the 24,000 tons Boré-class. Capable of carrying 24 Trident II missiles each, the Ohio-class is equipped with more missiles than the Boré-class, which carries 16 missiles. The biggest submarine ever built on Earth, the Soviet-era 48,000-ton Typhoon-class, was retired in 2023. If you do the math, the Ohio-class submarines may be the most destructive weapon system ever created by humankind. These submarines are part of the United States nuclear deterrent triad, along with U.S. Air Force strategic bombers and intercontinental ballistic missiles. The 14 SSBNs collectively carry about half of the America's active strategic thermonuclear warheads. Although the Trident missiles have no preset targets when the submarines go on patrol, they can be assigned targets quickly by the U.S. Strategic Command based in Nebraska, using secure and constant radio communication links, including very low-frequency systems. Back in the early 1970s, the Ohio submarines were developed in response to the need for a larger missile submarine capable of carrying the next generation and beyond of submarine-launched ballistic missiles. The first 8 Ohio-class submarines were initially armed with 24 Trident I C4 SLBMs. Beginning with the 9th submarine, Tennessee, the remaining boats were equipped with the larger, 3-stage Trident II D5 missile. As part of the New START Treaty, 4 tubes on each SSBN were deactivated in 2017, reducing the number of missiles to 20 per boat. The Trident I carries up to 8 Mark IV reentry vehicles with W-76 nuclear warheads, each with a yield of 100 kilotons TNT and has a range of 4,600 miles. The Trident II D5 is a larger, heavier missile. Its payload includes a post-boost vehicle that can carry up to 12 reentry vehicles, though New START Treaty limits the number to 8. These reentry vehicles can be either the Mark IV, with a W-76 100 kiloton yield warhead, or the Mark V, with a W-88 475 kiloton yield warhead. The missile has a maximum effective range of 7,456 miles. This considerable range upgrade makes it possible for a submarine equipped with Trident D5 missiles to strike any point in Russia. This is a nightmarish weapon of the apocalypse. What possible excuse is there for such monstrous, nation-destroying weaponry? The logic of nuclear deterrence. While a first strike might wipe out a country's land-based missiles and nuclear bombers, it's very difficult to track a ballistic missile submarine patrolling quietly in the depths of the ocean, and there's little hope of taking them all out in a first strike. Thus, ballistic missile submarines promise the unstoppable hand of nuclear retribution, and should deter any sane adversary from attempting a first strike or resorting to nuclear weapons at all. At least that's the hope. As such, the Trident-armed Ohio-class submarines will have succeeded in their mission if they never fire their weapons in anger. In 1994, the Nuclear Posture Review Study determined that, of the 18 Ohio SSBNs the Navy would be operating in total, 14 would be sufficient for strategic needs. The decision was made to convert 4 Ohio-class boats into SSGNs, capable of conducting conventional land attacks and special operations. As a result, the four oldest boats of the class, Ohio, Michigan, Florida, and Georgia, progressively entered the conversion process in late 2002 and were returned to active service by 2008. Each submarine had its ballistic missile tubes reworked to carry up to 7 Tomahawk cruise missiles, for a total of 154 missiles per submarine. A single submarine can strike up to 154 targets with a 1-ton warhead at ranges of nearly 1,000 miles, providing a valuable capability in conventional conflict. The guided missile variants represent a potent kick-down-the-door capability, striking enemy command and control and air defense assets before friendly manned aircraft come within range. These submarines also come armed with Mark 48 torpedoes. The Mark 48 is a heavyweight acoustic homing torpedo designed to take out enemy shipping. Designed and built by Lockheed Martin, the Mark 48 has a modular design that allows updates to its digital guidance system software. This is an essential feature, as it enables weapon systems to remain in mission-capable service for longer periods of time. A Mark 48 weighs around 3,700 pounds, is 19 feet long, and has a 21-inch diameter. It carries a 650 pounds high-explosive warhead and has an operational range of up to 31 miles at lower speeds. When targeting fast-moving objects, the Mark 48 can reach speeds close to 65 miles per hour, making it highly effective at neutralizing targets. However, these are intended primarily for self-defense. A ballistic missile submarine's job isn't to hunt enemy ships and submarines, but to lie as low and quiet as possible to deny adversaries any means of tracking their movements. The submarine's nuclear reactor gives it virtually unlimited underwater endurance and the ability to maintain cruising speeds of 20 knots, 23 miles per hour, while producing very little noise. Unlike other military branches that are often called to respond to immediate crises, nuclear submarines adhere to a steady and meticulously planned routine of patrols. This strategic approach minimizes communication, allowing them to remain as stealthy and undetectable as possible. Each Ohio-class submarine operates with 2 dedicated crews, known as the Gold and Blue Teams, each consisting of 154 officers and enlisted personnel. These crews alternate their duties, ensuring continuous operation and maintaining a high level of readiness and efficiency. Patrols typically last between 70 and 90 days underwater, during which the crew relies on their training and the submarine's advanced technology to navigate and complete their mission without external support. The longest recorded patrol for an Ohio-class submarine is an impressive 140 days, achieved by the USS Pennsylvania. This extended deployment is a testament to the resilience and dedication of the crew, as well as the robust engineering of the submarine itself. These patrols ensure that the United States maintains a continuous and formidable underwater presence, ready to respond to any potential threats while remaining concealed beneath the ocean's surface. The U.S. Department of Defense anticipated a continued need for a sea-based strategic nuclear force, with the first Ohio-class SSBN expected to retire by 2030. To meet this timeline, a replacement submarine needed to be seaworthy by then, with an estimated cost of over $4 billion per unit, compared to the Ohio's $2 billion. In 2007, the U.S. Navy began a cost control study with Electric Boat and Newport News Shipbuilding. By December 2008, Electric Boat was awarded a contract worth up to $592 million for the missile compartment design of the Ohio-class replacement. The Columbia-class was officially designated on December 14, 2016, with the lead submarine being USS District of Columbia. The Navy plans to procure the first Columbia-class boat, with entry into service by 2031. U.S. Navy officials discussed extending the lives of select Ohio-class boats. During the 2022 conference, Rear Admirals Scott Papineau and Douglas G. Perry mentioned the possibility of extending the service life of Ohio-class boats with sufficient remaining nuclear fuel and good material condition.